Welcome to China Reporter. Deadly 100-car pileup on icy overpass in China leaves multiple people injured. China, world's biggest polluter, received punishment from nature with extreme weather. Free fall in China's FDI to the lowest level in decades, only equal to 10% compared to 2019. Deadly 100-car pileup on icy overpass in China leaves multiple people injured. On Friday, February 23rd, there was a horror sense on a road in China. This incident happened in Suzhou, in eastern China's Jiangsu province. More than 100 cars collided into each other on an icy stretch of an expressway in Suzhou. Social media footage captured the aftermath of the crash, which occurred early Friday morning, showing cars entangled in the wreckage, including one dramatically angled high into the air. Several cars piled up on top of each other, while others were sandwiched in between. Debris was also scattered across the road, disrupting traffic as authorities cleared the area, prompting traffic police to issue warnings about treacherous road conditions. This incident caused serious consequences, injuring many people and causing many vehicles to be broken. Total estimated damage can reach thousands of dollars. Suzhou Industrial Park Traffic Police also reported on its WeChat 3 people were injured and hospitalized, while 6 suffered minor scratches. Police said road traffic had been restored and an investigation was underway to determine the specific cause of the massive congestion.
According to the initial speculation, the current extreme weather is regarded as the reason of this incident.
Over the past few weeks, China has been grappling with extreme weather conditions, including cold spells, snowstorms, and freezing rain affecting large parts of the country. Central and southern regions of the country have suffered from these harsh conditions, disrupting people's travel, especially during the Lunar New Year, the most important holiday for Chinese people. It is estimated that millions of people were affected in their trip of rushing home for the new year. This week, the government raised its emergency response for freezing temperatures and also started several plans for transportation flow, food supplies, and electricity in provinces and cities, including Beijing, Hebei, Shaanxi, Anhui, and Hubei. Central and southern Chinese cities have been placed on a high alert by the China Meteorological Administration, with warnings issued about ice road conditions. The orange alert, which signals the most severe level in the country's 3-tier system, has been raised due to the potential for temperatures to drop significantly between 6 Celsius degree and 12 Celsius degree on Friday, especially in southern areas where temperatures are currently near freezing. Reports from China National Radio highlighted unusual weather phenomena, including marble-sized hailstones falling in parts of Zhejiang province, as confirmed by Provincial Meteorological Agency. To cope with these weather challenges, the National Meteorological Center has called on local authorities to take preventative measures, advise people to stay warm, and emphasize the importance of protecting crops and aquatic products. China, the world's biggest polluter, received punishment from nature with extreme weather. China saw its hottest year on record in 2023, state media reported this week, as the world's biggest polluter confronted a series of relentless heat waves and other extreme weather events driven by the human-caused climate crisis. Daily and monthly temperature records were repeatedly shattered as the year wore on while the country grappled with scorching heat waves, which authorities said had arrived earlier and been more widespread and extreme than in previous years. China's exceptional warmth echoed global trends, with scientists confirming that 2023 will officially be the hottest year on record, the result of the combined effects of El Niño and climate change. The average temperature in China last year stood at 10.7 degrees Celsius, the highest since records began in 1961. It breaks the previous record of 10.5 degrees Celsius set in 2021. Across the country, 127 weather stations recorded their highest ever daily temperatures. The highest of those was 52.2 on July 16th in Turpan's Sanpu town in the far western Xinjiang region. The prolonged and persistent heat affected hundreds of millions of people and put huge strain on the country's power grid. In July, China Energy Investment Corporation, one of the world's largest generators of coal-fired power, said the volume of electricity it produced had hit a daily record. There were also reports of farm animals, including pigs, rabbits, and fish, dying from the searing temperatures, and wheat fields in central China being flooded by heavy rainfall, raising concerns about food security in the world's second-largest economy. A similar story played out across the world in 2023, with a series of deadly heat waves and remarkable record temperatures hitting several continents, while unprecedented ocean heat blanketed much of the globe. At the other end of the scale, China also recorded its lowest ever temperature last year on January 22nd, when Jintao town in Mohe, northeastern Heilongjiang province, dropped to negative 53 degrees Celsius. And in December, the capital Beijing recorded its longest cold wave since records began in 1951, as sub-zero temperatures stretched heating capacity of some cities in northern China to its limit. China's extreme weather also saw some of the heaviest rainfall in decades, with flooding bringing devastation to millions of people's lives and causing billions of dollars in damage. A total of 55 national weather stations recorded their highest daily rainfall in 2023, according to the National Climate Center. Typhoon Doksuri slammed into southeastern Fujian province on July 28th, bringing rains that soaked Hebei, a province of 75 million, and the neighboring cities of Beijing and Tianjin. Flooding in those regions killed about 30 people, displaced more than 1 million, and washed away houses, bridges, and highways, according to Chinese authorities. The storm also brought the heaviest rainfall Beijing has experienced in 140 years, marking a significant test of the region's capacity to handle extreme weather that experts warn will become more frequent with climate change. Scientists are clear that the climate crisis is making extreme weather events, such as heat waves, storms, and heavy rainfall, more frequent and intense, and they will continue to become more frequent and severe as the planet heats up while humans burn more fossil fuels. According to the International Energy Agency, China is the world's biggest polluter, making up nearly 30% of global emissions and accounting for over half of global demand for coal. Free fall in China's FDI to the lowest level in decades, only equal to 10% compared to 2019. China reported its smallest annual foreign direct investment since the 1990s last year. As the world's second-largest economy struggled to recover from the pandemic and investors sought higher yields elsewhere, China's direct investment liabilities, a gauge of foreign capital flowing into the country, totaled about $33 billion in 2023. According to data released late on Sunday by the State Administration of Foreign Exchange, this was an 82% decline from the previous year and the lowest annual figure since 1993. The SAFE gauge is more volatile than other direct investment indicators as it includes a wider range of activities linked to foreign capital inflows. The reading comes as Beijing struggles to reignite the country's stagnant economy as it seeks to counter a property crisis, weak domestic demand, and low investor confidence. At the first meeting of the country's cabinet after China's Lunar New Year holiday, Premier Li Qiang urged officials on Sunday to work on confidence boosting and focus on solving practical issues that concern the masses and enterprises. Foreign direct investment has fallen amid geopolitical uncertainty. Beijing has also cracked down on foreign consultancies over the past year amid concerns that international businesses sharing sensitive information to clients could pose a national security threat. Higher interest rates in other markets have prompted foreign businesses to pull money out of China to chase higher yields elsewhere. Most economists believe that the central banks of major developed economies will start interest rate cuts. Wang Chunying, SAFE spokesperson, indicated that this could lessen the chance of withdrawals. China's benchmark CSI 300 stock index fell 11% in 2023, amid slowing growth and as policymakers muted response to property market woes failed to reassure investors. On Monday, the gauge rose more than 1% on return from a week-long Lunar New Year holiday. But that still left the index down 1% for the year-to-date despite state-backed buying efforts launched ahead of the holiday to shore up market confidence. Financial Times calculations based on Chinese Commerce Ministry data compiled by Wind show that FDI fell 34% to $10 billion year-on-year in September, the biggest decline since monthly figures became available in 2014. The Commerce Ministry data is a narrower gauge than the SAFE measure, covering only new inbound investments. The latest SAFE reading offered some grounds for optimism. In the fourth quarter of 2023, there were $17 billion of investments. This followed a deficit, the first ever in the third quarter, SAFE data showed. In another sign of resilience, a German economic institute reported that direct investment in China by German companies reached a record $13 billion last year. Thanks for watching, and hope you enjoy the information that our channel provides. Follow our channel right now to update the latest related information.